news on the city's east side.
Madison police are investigating a fatal shooting that happened on Kevin's Way.
NBC 15's Avery Hall is live at the scene with the latest. Avery?
John and Meredith, Madison police were called to REM Group Home here on Kevin's Way just before 7 p.m. tonight. The home houses 3 cognitively disabled adults. Now, those 3 residents are safe this evening, but 2 employees have been shot. Now, 1 woman was pronounced dead at the scene. Another woman is currently in surgery with multiple gunshot wounds. The suspect is a 25-year-old man who was detained after a crash that happened nearby the crime scene on Openwood Way. A mother and her 7-year-old child were in the other vehicle. We're hearing that they are okay this evening. We're also hearing from police at this time that they think that this was a targeted incident, not a coincidence or a random shooting. We're going to keep you posted with more throughout the newscast.
It's remarkable to me that the first offering that set MPD in motion on this was a woman who was shot multiple times. The fact that she could muster up the capacity and the resolve to get that information out to us is remarkable.
And as I said, we're still getting more details about what unfolded tonight here. We'll keep you posted as we get that information throughout the evening. Reporting live in Madison, Avery Hall, NBC 15 News.
Avery, thank you. And with 2017 right around the corner, state leaders are looking forward to the start of another legislative session.
Next year, state leaders will decide a new state budget. NBC 15's Hannah Flood sat down with Governor Scott Walker today to talk about what he's hoping to get done in the coming year. She joins us now with more.
Well, John and Meredith, this was a big year for Republicans. And when I spoke with Governor Walker today, he told me we can expect 2017 to be a year where the GOP-controlled government in Washington and Wisconsin will get a lot done and tackle some of their big picture goals.
Governor Scott Walker says he has a clear focus for 2017.
Years ago, it was jobs, jobs, jobs. Now it's workforce, workforce, workforce.
He says in the upcoming session, in a post-recession economy, he wants to focus on filling workforce needs.
The challenge is a good one, but it's a challenge, and that is, where do we find enough workers to fill these positions?
He says they need to invest in educating the next generation of workers to fill the positions of the future.
But I think that's great because it means higher wages. It means greater stability. It means those are hard to export, those jobs, to places like China or Mexico. And so long term, I think we're better off, but there's going to be this transition out there.
Walker says he thinks the incoming Trump administration could help make that transition.
What excites many of us as Republicans is not just the personality, but the possibility.
And that's what Walker says is making running for a 3rd term in 2018 another possibility.
All these things that couldn't be done because of the federal government may very well change in the next 6 months to a year, but that would be the kind of jolt of excitement that would really make me want to run again.
After a successful 2016 for Republicans in Wisconsin and around the nation, Walker says he's looking forward to showing people what they can do with conservative control.
Walker says he also wants to put people in government assistance who are unemployed or disabled back into the workforce. The session officially begins here in Wisconsin on the first week of January.
Hannah Flood, thanks. Madison police are looking for a suspect who shot a man in downtown Madison early this morning. That happened near State Street and West Gilman Street just after 2. A 36-year-old man was shot in the arm and taken to the hospital without any major injuries. He told police he was walking with friends when they got into an argument with another group of people. And that's when a male suspect fired several shots and then left in a car. A burglar used a fire escape to break into a downtown Madison business this morning. Arrow Eberly Architects, located on King Street, had its 2nd floor window smashed out. Police say initial reports indicate there was damage to the interior, but it was not immediately known what, if anything, had been taken. And Madison police are looking for a thief who stole $8,000 worth of merchandise from a local business. Authorities say that thief left with a plow and snow tires from Kelby Brothers Equipment on Dutch Mill Road. Employees said the stolen plow is a QP114 Quattro Auto Wing, which attaches to a Bobcat skid steer. The 4 14-inch tires are Snow Wolf brand 400 Wolf Paws.
This is your Weather Authority forecast. Not a bad day out there. A lot of cloud cover. Temperatures actually at their highs of the day. That will be changing though here over the next couple of hours. 35 in Madison. Flirting with that 40-degree mark though in Boscobel, 34 Janesville, and a little cooler Beaver Dam to Watertown, actually sitting below the freezing mark. Now at 5 and 6, we were talking about winds that were southerly. They're westerly now. Eventually by tomorrow morning, we'll go more northwesterly, and that'll bring an end to the mild temperatures, at least for about a day or so. Right now, Skytracker HD is okay in terms of rain or snow, but we still do have that residual cloud cover hanging around. Won't be until sometime after midnight that we start to push that out of the area and bring in those clear skies. Early tomorrow morning, mostly sunny skies, 8 a.m., right around 26 degrees. Looks gorgeous for your Thursday if you're going to be out and about enjoying the snow or any outdoor activities. Looks pretty nice. We'll follow that up with some big changes for the holiday weekend. Details on that, though, coming up in a few minutes. Meredith?
Brian, thanks. Investigators in Mexico are trying to figure out what caused a deadly fireworks explosion yesterday. The death toll has risen to 32 and several dozens more were hurt. Some who suffered severe burns are being transferred to Texas for specialized care. Authorities have not said what caused the blasts. Today, Germany launched a Europe-wide manhunt for a violent and armed Tunisian man. The 24-year-old has ties to Islamic extremists who's suspected of involvement in the Berlin Christmas attack. 12 were killed and dozens injured when a tractor trailer plowed into a crowd of people on Monday. There is a $100,000 bounty out for the suspect. The Japanese Prime Minister met with the U.S. ambassador to Japan today to finalize the return of 10,000 acres of land currently used by the U.S. military. The return has been in the works for 20 years and is the largest by U.S. forces in the country since 1972. Earlier this month, Defense Secretary Ash Carter announced initial plans to return control of the plot of land, which Marines used as a jungle warfare training site. The Japanese government will host an official ceremony in Okinawa tomorrow to mark the return.
A deal has fallen apart to undo that North Carolina law known as the bathroom bill. In a sign of the state's bitter political divide, the state's legislature was called into a special session today to consider repealing the law known as House Bill 2. But the Republican-controlled legislature showed once again that it preferred its own way. Among other things, HB 2 requires transgender people to use restrooms corresponding with the sex on their birth certificate in many public buildings.
Spreading cheer with a snip there and a trim here.
We meet a local barber boosting self-esteem with a comb and clipper. Plus, a heartwarming story. Community members gather locally to carol and show their support for a young girl's brave fight. With the holidays just days away, it is the perfect time of the year to spread some positivity.
NBC 15's Morgan Wolf tells us how one Janesville man is doing exactly that, one snip of hair at a time.
On the busy streets of downtown Janesville, Ziefel Cuts and Styles rests in an old building with a young barber.
Been open about 6 months. I've been cutting hair about 7 years.
24-year-old Janesville native Ben Ziefel decided to open his own barber shop because he felt there was a need for it in Janesville.
A lot of people support it because they never had nothing like this before.
The young entrepreneur says the best part of his job is meeting people.
And I got people that come and talk all day about their problems or tell me what's going on in their life. Then I get to talk to them and help them. So I get to motivate people too. So that's sort of what I like about it.
Right before the holidays, he packed up his supplies and took his talents to the Rock County Juvenile Detention Center.
We're here to take care of the kids today. They ain't here for Christmas. So you know they feel horrible. So it's like, come get you a good haircut. At least you can have a little pride in yourself.
Giving free haircuts is his way to give back. But giving free advice
I stayed in and out of juvie
is his way to inspire.
Pretty much when I was a kid, I never really thought I was gonna go too much farther than that. I was used to going to jail every couple of months. So I was like, it's probably where I'll be when I'm grown. It only takes one person to change something. So maybe me talking to them may change a couple of them, change their futures.
In Janesville, Morgan Wolf, NBC 15 News.
Now, we weren't allowed inside to get video of the kids in there.
But some parents of the kids inside told us they're thankful for the kind gesture.
Speaking of kind gestures, a community caroling for a young girl named Isabel.
Coming up next, we meet the brave teen fighting a rare battle.
A lot of cloud cover out there today. Temperatures actually climbing above freezing. That seems to be a trend, and even warmer than that as we push towards Christmas. Your Weather Authority forecast coming up next.
Up your home.
We continue now to follow a shooting death investigation on the city's east side.
NBC 15's Avery Hall is live at the scene with the latest. Avery.
John and Meredith, it's still a fairly active scene out here on Kevin's Way, where one woman has now been pronounced dead after a shooting at REM Group Home. That happened just before about 7 o'clock. Another woman is in surgery for wounds at the scene. The suspect is a 25-year-old man who was detained after a crash that happened nearby the crime scene. REM Group Home houses 3 cognitively disabled adults. Now, all 3 of those residents are safe this evening, but 2 employees were shot. A mother and her 7-year-old child were also injured in that accident when the suspect did crash his car, and those 2 are okay. We'll continue to update you with more information as we get it. We're live on the scene in Madison. Avery Hall, NBC 15 News.
Avery, thanks. A community is coming together, rallying around a 17-year-old from Wanakee.
NBC 15's Alice Kang shows us how they're spreading hope this holiday season.
It's not unusual hearing carolers during this time of year. But these carolers aren't singing just for anyone, but for a very loved 17-year-old. Isabel Denai has been battling health issues for years.
You have 2 options, and choosing the joy in things is probably one of the best choices I've made.
But earlier this month, her health took a turn for the worst.
I went into the ER walking, and I left the hospital like this, which was hard.
She has multiple chronic illnesses, but so far doctors haven't been able to figure out what she's been battling.
We've come home under the care of hospice.
But the fight is far from over.
You hit really low points and you think this is the worst. It's not the worst. It could always be worse.
Her journey hasn't been easy, but she says the support has kept her going.
I know that if I feel like I'm falling or if I can't handle it, I have a line of people to support me.
Wednesday night, bags of encouragement lit the way to Isabel's house as hundreds sang to Isabel and her family friends.
She's just the most sweetest, humble, kind, thoughtful, just amazing 17-year-old.
Even strangers.
I don't know her. I just know her story. And everybody just wants to be out here to support her, to show her that she is loved and she is supported, her and her family, and we care.
Came together to show Isabel and her family that they're not alone.
The Wanakee community is amazing, and people love Isabel because of the pure spirit that she has.
In Wanakee,
it's okay to be scared, but I'm not scared because I have so much love.
Alice Kang, NBC 15 News.
A group of experts at the National Institute of Health will begin reviewing Isabel's case tomorrow.
And we want to let you know that a GoFundMe page has been set up to help with the medical expenses. The goal was to reach $1,000, and in just 9 days, it's reached more than $16,000. So if that story doesn't warm your heart at this time of year, I don't know what
will.
And
we're thinking of you, Isabel.
Yeah, what a great story. Well, community members gathered tonight along Lake Monona to celebrate the first day of winter. The annual Starkweather Winter Solstice celebration was held at Olbrich Park. There were ice lanterns, hot chocolate, drumming, dancing, and there it is, the bonfire being lighted. People were encouraged to bring new wishes and old thoughts to cast into the fire. And another positive thought, the amount of sunshine in the day will be getting longer each day starting tomorrow, right?
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
That is correct, John. This first day of winter, pretty exciting stuff, and it's been rather cold as of late. So if you've been longing for warmer weather, well, you can blame our friends in the southern hemisphere for taking it all. That's where the sun is. The most direct rays are actually way south in the southern hemisphere, but the good news, it's going to start creeping in our direction here as we push towards spring. The sun's rays will be around the equator. By the summer, of course, they will be in our neck of the woods, and that will be bringing us long days. Tomorrow, as you mentioned, John, getting longer in terms of daylight by a whopping 3 seconds. 1 week from today, 2 minutes longer. A month from now, a little over a half hour of sunlight gained. And then on March 20th, that's when spring starts, we will have added 190 minutes of sunlight. Right now in Madison, of course, it's nighttime, 35 degrees. Wind chill only at 30. Winds are calm, but they are going more northwesterly. That should bring temperatures down and also start to get the cloud cover out of here. A couple of places actually at or below freezing. Beaver Dam and Watertown, you're the lucky ones. 37 Lone Rock, still flirting with 40 though into the Boscobel area. A little surge of warmth here into eastern Iowa, western Wisconsin, extreme southeastern Minnesota. Both sides of that, we're actually seeing some cooler weather, and I think by tomorrow morning we'll see some cooler weather moving in, likely down into the 20s. SkyTracker HD, all clear. Earlier snow showers through the UP and lower Michigan, now moving off into Canada. Still some pesky cloud cover that we have to get through the area. Not going to push out until very early tomorrow morning the way things are looking now, and that will help keep temperatures up just a little bit. Middle to upper 20s as you head out the door tomorrow morning. 26 Arena, Platteville also at 26 down to Hazel Green. Looking for 25 in Montello, Beaver Dam, 26 in Columbus down near the state line. A couple of degrees warmer, maybe even as warm as 28 in Janesville. Cold front pushes east tomorrow. High pressure settles in. Abundant sunshine. A beautiful day tomorrow. Get outside and enjoy it because things will quickly be changing by tomorrow night and Friday. Quick hitting storm system will move in, and it's looking a little more powerful than the last couple of days. What that means, well, could maybe get 1 or 2 inches of snow as we push into Friday. Temperatures will be near freezing, if not a little bit above, so this should not be a huge concern, although a slick spot not out of the question. More of a nuisance, it looks like, for your Friday. 24 tonight, partly to mostly cloudy. Sunshine tomorrow, 32 degrees. Enjoy tomorrow and Saturday because the weekend, especially Christmas into Monday, it's looking to be a roller coaster of a ride here. We're talking the potential of freezing rain early Christmas morning. Temperatures going through the 40s. Rain develops and then thunderstorms develop Christmas night into Monday. Crashing temperatures on Monday will have us from the 40s into the teens by sunset, maybe ending as a few flurries. So we have it all going on.
We will hold on tight to that roller coaster.
Yeah, hold on tight. That's for sure.
All right, you are never too old to follow your dreams.
That's good for me to hear. One Wisconsin woman is proving just that with her new and surprising degree.
And ahead in sports, the Badger football team will once again have their quarterback tandem available. Hear from Alex Hornibrook after the break.
But first, there's a look at tonight's winning lottery numbers. If you want a souvenir from next month's presidential inauguration, you better hurry because they are flying off the shelves. Preparations for the inauguration are underway in the nation's capital as workers continue construction of the presidential box at the White House. But blocks away, the transition of power is playing out in the form of T-shirts, coffee mugs, and of course, Make America Great Again. Hats, those are being sold at the Washington Welcome Center souvenir shop.
We have like one small section of Obama stuff where you still have a lot of customers call in and still would like us to ship Obama stuff to them.
Washington says the Obama items are still in high demand.
A 72-year-old woman here in Wisconsin just graduated from technical college with a degree that might surprise you. Juanita Colbinson, or Dolly as everyone calls her, says she's always been interested in driving a truck. So she didn't let her age stop her. She just got a truck driving degree from Chippewa Valley Technical College. Colbinson retired 4 years ago but wanted to do something new, so she went back to college and got another degree.
My biggest thing is just, if you don't want to retire, don't do it. Just get up and go for it and do what you can do and dream big and think big with the big truck.
This degree comes 15 years after her previous one. Dolly's plan is to be an over-the-road trucker, and she is currently looking for jobs. So if you're hiring out there, Dolly's your gal. We will be right back with the final look at the forecast.
Follow us on Twitter, NBC15 Madison.
Now at Men's Warehouse, it's buy one, get one free on festive gifts store-wide. Take 60% off all sweaters and outerwear. Non-iron dress shirts and sports shirts, 3 for $99. And designer suits are only $199. Happy holidays from Men's Warehouse.
My hero, Zero. Such a funny little hero. But till you came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. Now you're here to stay. And nobody really
Zero really can be a hero. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select Volkswagen models. Right now at the Volkswagen Sign and Drive event.
How wonderful you are.
Make the holidays count and save at Shopko's Best Gifts Ever sale with these amazing offers. Stuff the stockings with all toys on sale. And save up to 50% off all cookware. Family outerwear and sleepwear up to 60% off. And save up to 50% off cosmetic and fragrance gift sets. Hurry in and don't forget to use your store-wide coupon from this week's ad. Shopko, the stuff that counts.
You're doing what you do every day. I was taking the same route I always take, and I was proceeding to enter the freeway, and out of nowhere, I just got hit from behind. I had a spinal injury, and so just some basic things in my everyday life had to be adjusted and altered. With Habish, and Rotier, I never felt the pressure. They made the whole experience so positive for me. I felt good about my choice, and I've never regretted it one day since.
Now at Men's Warehouse, it's buy one, get one free on festive gifts store-wide. Take 60% off all sweaters and outerwear. Non-iron dress shirts and sports shirts, 3 for $99. And designer suits are only $1.99. Happy holidays from Men's Warehouse.
Wednesday is date night. 3 courses for $24.95 at the Melting Pot.
When a small fire department in Oklahoma looked back on the year, they realized their crew had a bit of a baby boom. So they decided to showcase their good fortune on the department's annual Christmas card. Oh my goodness.
That's adorbs, as the kids are saying. 6 babies, all born to members of the 33-person department in 2016, became the focus of this year's holiday card. This holiday season, the department thought it'd be great to show the public what's really important to their firefighters: family.
Who doesn't love
Look at those little buddies.
Everyone was having a great time except for that one kid on the right.
It's always going to be that one downer.
Not about that.
Maybe meant to be a police officer.
Yeah, there you go. Weather-wise, as we push into the weekend, guys, looks to get a little active. We'll see those mild temperatures hanging around through the end of the week, and then we really kick things up for the weekend. We're talking 40s, mix of some rain, snow, thunderstorms. Mild temperatures. We're going to have it all here as we roll into Christmas and Monday. So be prepared for some wet weather. Of course, we'll be melting snow on top of that. It'll be a little sloppy out there.
All right. If you're traveling this weekend, do it safely and keep tuned to NBC 15 for the latest on your travel forecast.
We will see you tomorrow.
NBC 15 News is always on at NBC15.com, powered by TDS high-speed internet. Anywhere you go, we can go with you, at home or on the go. When you see news happen, let us know at 274-1500 or pound 15 on your U.S. cellular phone.